So ladies and gentlemen, we've arrived in Fuengirola on the Costa del Sol. This is our fourth, fifth, maybe sixth trip here, and it's the first time we've stayed in the Leonardo hotel, which is actually really nice. I'm trying not to show myself in the mirror because that's not what we want to do. We don't want to see ourselves at all. This is the bathroom, really nice. That's not us there. Really simple room on the 12th floor. We had to fight to get from the first floor up to the 12th. However, we made it up to the 12th, and the main reason, like we all book these rooms and come abroad, is we all want a sea view. That's a nice bed there. I'm not going to go into all the details of fridges which is in there and all sorts of stuff like that. We've got our plugs there, we've got our lights there, we've got all sorts of stuff there. I'm not going to bore the living daylights out you with all that. This is an absolutely cracking room. Really nice. 12th floor. Straight into the room. I'll do some stuff on the rest of the, enjoying it all together later on, the rest of the hotel. But this is the room, and I'm going to just go outside because, like I say, the only reason we come out here, we all want a sea view, and this is, I would pretty suggest this is a sea view. The lady, after she saw the disappointment in Fiona's face, when she told us she was getting the first floor, she gave us the 12th floor, and when handing over the keys just 5 minutes or so ago, said to Fiona, "You've got the best room in the house," and I can't disagree with this. It is lovely. We've got a nice wee set of table and chairs there that will be filled with Prosecco later on, and that is Los Boloches down there. That is the Mediterranean Sea. And ladies and gentlemen, this is Fuengirola. That's the marina. Rest of the hotels, not the biggest balcony in the world, but as you all know, size doesn't matter. It's quality, and this is absolute quality. So look over at the mountains there. Down, as I said, to Los Boloches. I was in that sea not that long ago whilst we were in the room getting ready. A nice catamaran there, loads of activity on the sea for us to look at. The wall, the marina is really nice, and we'll probably pop down there maybe half an hour, an hour's time to get a wee beer or something. Nice wee play area there if you do so wish to. Bring your lovely children along with you. But anyway, this is, I would say, as good as it gets. The Leonardo Hotel, Fuengirola, and it wasn't expensive. Again, we don't do expensive. Absolutely beautiful. So can we keep along there? Beautiful. Normally people spend ages, it does my head in, down in the lobby, but get straight to the point. The room is what we're here for, and our room is absolutely fantastic. Now, try and put a wee extra if you can afford to do so. Not everybody's in a position where they can afford a sea view room, but put a wee £1 or £2 extra in the tub every day to try and get that sea view room, because it makes all the difference. This is us walking towards the lift, heading out for a wee bite to eat. It is quite late because we were on the balcony looking out to the sea. It's lovely here, really nice. We're on the 12th floor because, as the great Richard Gere said in Pretty Woman, they don't do penthouses on the first floor. So yeah, despite the fact of my tummy getting a bit wobbly, sitting on the balcony because it's probably the highest room in the whole of Fuengirola. It's really nice. So yeah, this is us heading to the lift, and hopefully the lift will be here pretty soon and I can do a wee resume down the lift. But this is the Leonardo Hotel, as I said, at the top end of Fuengirola, right in the middle of Fuengirola actually. So we're actually going to a place called Fish Alley just now, which is so much nicer than it actually sounds. Just get one of these glass lifts, which is lovely. That gives you like the back end of Fuengirola. And if I just tilt my phone up there a wee bit, you can see that's Mijas Pueblo, as Fiona looks on the map and confirmed that's what it was. It's lovely. So that's the kind of, there's loads of hotels in there, really nice restaurants, and amongst all those buildings, So we're just heading out, as I said, to Fish Alley, where we shall resume this very shortly indeed. So folks, we've decided rather than going to Fish Alley tonight, we've decided to come out, turn left, instead of going straight on, and go to Los Baloches. Now, Los Baloches is part of Fuengirola that just joins, kind of in the middle, if you like. Absolutely stunning wee place. No, it's not even a wee place, it's just an extension of Fuengirola. So you go out here, and then it all starts happening as you turn left. Looks like a karaoke bar. There's St Patrick's karaoke bar, which even at 9 o'clock at night looks as if it's in full swing. You can see the bars at the side there, but right on the beach. That's a play park there. That play park is absolutely cracking for kids. Our hotel is just here, right up there. That's the hotel, and if you look at the very, very top floor, the very right hand corner of the top floor, that's our room 1232, which I've shown you in this video earlier. Cracking view from there, really, really good, but gives you a wee bit of the wobbly knee at times. It is so high, the highest room in Fuengirola. So yeah, walking along here, we're going to hopefully find somewhere that we can have something to eat and somewhere for a wee sing-song maybe. Who knows? I've heard of a bar called the Wobbly Penguin that does a good wee karaoke. Yeah, those of you who have been here before will know that Chiringuito is the kind of bars and restaurants that are right on the beach. You won't get any closer to the beach than that. That might not be my first choice. The menu didn't look great. However, all the way along here in Fuengirola, in the beach, this is kind of you maybe call this Los Baloches now, but people still think of it as Fuengirola. As people are cooking sardines, and on that little ship there is a barbecue. And on that barbecue there's an absolute shed loads of sardines that are getting cooked. Not my cup of tea. Really not my cup of tea. However, it's clearly something that the locals love, a delicacy that they absolutely adore, and it's every single one of these Chiringuito bars and restaurants all on the beach that actually sell them. Really good. This is now, well, we're here, is our favourite hotel. I'm speaking for Fiona here, but actually I'm pretty sure she's with me in that one. It's the Angela Hotel here in Los Baloches stroke Fuengirola. We were in one of these rooms at the front, I think it was on the right hand side, which was a kind of a junior suite type thing, and it was, I'm going to swear, bloody nice. It was nice. It's one of those rooms when they show you your room, you put your key in the door, you walk in, you go, oh my god. It's absolutely brilliant. The view, as you can imagine, is really, really nice. Right out onto here, straight out on the Mediterranean. Really lovely. You can't see this, but right away in the distance, it's kind of a sunset. There's a cruise ship sailing along there, probably going towards Gibraltar or something like that. But yeah, some really nice hotels there. That's the Yaramar, the really tall one, but that one there, the Hotel Angela, is just one of these ones that you have to pull yourself off the balcony. Stunning. As I've said loads of times, there's so many side streets here in Fuengirola, stroke Los Baloches, and this is one of them. And we've been recommended this lovely pub called the Wobbly Penguin because allegedly it has a really good karaoke. However, it doesn't look like it for us tonight because there's no seats outside. Mrs S just won't sit anywhere other than outside. So we'll have a wee look. There seems to be a bit of kind of a mass hysteria around about this area. Well, this is lovely. Oh my goodness, it's really, really nice. There's so many nice wee streets. A nice wee place up there. And if you just turn up there and look there, it's really nice. So who knows? I have no idea what we're going to eat, but there seems to be queues everywhere. But we shall see. So folks, we decided not to go to Fish Alley, and we decided to go to Los Baloches. However, after having gone down numerous side streets and all the recommendations from Google. We found this wee place, or you found this wee place called the Sandpiper, which is right in the front, and as many, as you can see my foot there, as many Spanish places do. They had a menu del dia, 19 euros. I've had pate, I have had pork and a pepper sauce to die for. Fiona has had one of the best steaks she's had all week, though. In fact, the best steak she's had all week. We've been here at half the price. And we're still to have dessert yet, and it's 19 euros for 3 courses. So the Sandpiper, it seems to be the place to go. It is really busy here, as you can see. All the young kids and guys that are, there's people getting their hair braided over there. You look up there, that's heading back towards our hotel. This is, as I said before, this is Los Boloches going to Fuengirola. It's absolutely fantastic. Last day tomorrow, and a wee mini trip across to the Costa del Sol. Super. So folks, you can see, and you can hear the atmosphere building. It's not long before midnight here in Fuengirola, and you would believe the strips. Argentina playing Cape Verde tonight. That's the St Patrick's Sports Bar. We're heading up there, though, to our balcony. Because I am done. I've eaten for Scotland, England, Ireland, Wales and Argentina. All the Argentina strips in there. The place is absolutely buzzing. People have been sitting in these seats since 2 o'clock this afternoon. Just to get the seats in front of the television. You can see the screens there. It's unbelievable. Absolutely rammed, and that's what the World Cup does for these places. Absolutely rammed. I think I shall bid you farewell for the night. I may well do something on our balcony.